Hello everyone, I'm back with another video for you today, and the new Season Pass card Nimrod has been released, which copies itself when you destroy it, adding itself to the other two locations. So there's a bit of synergy that you can pull off with this card with things like Arnim Zola and Destroyer and Shuri and all kinds of things. I'm a bit of a budget gamer. I don't have a Shuri in my collection or a Galactus, so I'm playing a bit of a more of a chill list with Electro Wave. Gonna ramp out the Nimrod, gonna ramp out the Doctor Dooms, the Odins, perhaps a Destroyer and all that good stuff. Sandman to shut down Thanos decks. This should have a pretty good matchup into Thanos, and you'll see from the games today, actually played against Thanos a lot and did beat it quite often with this deck, so it's got that going for it. But I think Nimrod otherwise is a bit of a mediocre card compared to the likes of things like Zabu and Silver Surfer in the past, so I'd caution on buying the Season Pass just for this card. I don't think it's that worth it. But with that being said, let's jump into the cards that I have in this deck. So the first one is Sunspot. I think this is pretty key in Electro decks actually, because quite often you end up floating mana. Maybe you miss an early game card and the Sunspot can be very good then, or maybe you are on a certain location which gives you excess mana, like Elysium or Titan or things like that. So I think there's a lot of spots as well when you maybe play Wave instead of Electro and you aren't able to curve out properly, where Sunspot is really key to actually bridge the gap between your side of the board in terms of power and your opponents. So I think Sunspot pretty good and important. I have Iceman as well for a bit more early game, as well as to get the cheeky Odin synergy, which 1 in 5 games might happen, maybe. I've got armor in the deck to protect units from the Destroyer that we're playing later in the game with the Nimrod. You've got to be careful where you play your units with this deck. You want to protect the more valuable ones with armor, and the less valuable ones that you want to die, of course, need to go in different locations. And one of those is Electro, which is sort of the key card in the deck here. You are even playing Chavez in this deck to try to draw Electro more often and really play that on turn 3, curve out into a 5-cost card and then a 6-cost card and then another 6-cost card. That's the idea behind the deck. We have Wave as another card that can do that. Will help us to at least ramp out the big 6 drops. We can play Wave into Doctor Doom into Odin perhaps on turn 6. We can also do Wave into maybe a Destroyer just early game to get some big points on the board. So Wave's very nice as a backup ramp option. I have Nimrod, so Nimrod is going to be usable here with Arnim Zola to copy him twice in both locations, and also usable with Destroyer. It can be a bit awkward, and in many cases, I think Doctor Doom is a better play in many aspects than the Nimrod. If you don't find Nimrod on exactly turn 4 after an Electro, then oftentimes I'm not sure it's the best play, and oftentimes Sandman is even more powerful, which is our next card, at shutting down all sorts of decks that want to be playing more than 1 card per turn. Obviously, ramping into him is very powerful. If you then follow up with some of your board-wide plays that the opponent can't necessarily keep up with. Next card is Arnim Zola, so that's there to, of course, copy the Nimrod. You can also copy Doctor Doom, which can be a very powerful play. Just swarming the entire board with those 5 power units. Very, very strong. Doctor Doom's in the deck, of course. We need him. It's great with the Sandman. It's great with the Odin. We're ramping up into it. Not much needs to be said on that. Same sort of story with Odin. It's very powerful when played on Doctor Doom. You can sometimes play Wave into Odin as well. That's an option. Slowing the opponent down and allowing you to continually ramp out big cards, which can be quite nice. Chavez in the deck, which I'm not that confident on it being good. It does get you your Electro/Wave more often, but drawing it on turn 6 quite often does feel a bit bad when you could be drawing into something better like a Doctor Doom or a Destroyer or whatever. But I think probably for the consistency she's needed. And finally, we have Destroyer in the deck, which is a very good card when you've played that armor early game, or maybe you want to destroy your Electro to remove the downside of that card, or destroy the Nimrod and flood the board with that. So yeah, that's the deck. It's quite cohesive. I think it works fairly well, but as I've said already, I don't think Nimrod is that powerful in this deck. I think abusing it with Shuri is probably the way to make it stronger, but I don't have Shuri, so I can't make that deck, unfortunately. So this is what I'm stuck with, but with that being said, let's jump into some games. Look at that hand. We've got Electro and Wave already. We could even go for maybe an Electro destroying it with Destroyer, perhaps. See if that's possible this game. Maybe we draw Nimrod and then we can do that line of play. And we're up against good old Thanos. Some things never change, eh? Okay, there's Nimrod. That's pretty nice for me. It's almost a bit tempting to snap on this one, but I think I'm just going to respect Thanos because it's a very powerful deck. Even if we were to play a Sandman, then they can still absolutely beat you, depending on what goes on. So generally prefer to see what their first few plays are. If they're not playing the Lockjaw and such, then maybe we can consider snapping. Okay, it's just some stones for now. Not a huge issue. So my Electro, I will definitely want to play here. I could snap on it. They might be afraid of Electro. To be honest, I'd rather snap after playing it in case, you know, because I don't think it's actually that strong for us. When it is, we're going to be able to go Nimrod into Destroyer into Doctor Doom, probably. That's a lot of points. It's a lot of points. Maybe I should go with the snap. This is, you know, our deck's working in its highest possible range, really. We're working at the maximum value we can get. Aside from maybe Sandman, Doctor Doom, Odin, which is something that might, you know, might be good for us against Thanos, but we're gonna have double Fisk Tower as well. That's pretty spicy. So obviously I'm playing Nimrod here. I think there's no question about that. The question is simply, where do we play it? Because the Jotunheim's not great, to be honest. It's a bit awkward. I think we play it here and put it in other locations because the Destroyer mid is going to be good and we don't want that many units in Fisk Tower in the middle. They might also get a bit shook and believe that I have potentially a Galactus. That is something that they might fear. Okay, this is really interesting. So we destroy now, and then we probably can Arnim Zola on the left at the end to get double the Nimrods. So we're going to have like a board full of Nimrods. And they're just going to fill up on the right, or they're going to move there. I don't know what is going on here. If they've got a leech, though, that is very good for them, in fairness. That is certainly very good for them. I guess they just wanted to get rid of the Space Stone here, although I'm not sure I agree with that line of play. So yeah, unfortunately our Zola has been leeched, but we're ahead on multiple locations, so I don't feel that bad about this. My best play is probably something along the lines of just a Chavez to the right. It's definitely losable, but Chavez right, I think, gives us the best odds of winning. I suppose if they're going to play an arrow, it depends where they play the arrow, really. I think I'm going to go for it. Let's see what they have here. Shang-Chi is going to take Destroyer down. Yeah, that's a bit unfortunate, but our Chavez will pull through and take the win there. Very nice stuff. And into the next we go. Again, we've got Electro, Nimrod, Destroyer. That's a nice combo. This time, not going to be Thanos that we're up against. Ooh, and Plunder Castle is really good for me. I'm going to snap on that. There's a lot of decks that can't really utilize the Plunder Castle. I should play Armor because, you know, playing cards on curve tends to be good. Since we're going to play Destroyer left, I can go Nimrod, Electro left. Destroy both of those, and my armor can go in the unrevealed location without being too punishable. So I think that's going to be good for us. So when you see Colossus, this could mean a few things. It could be ongoing, it could be Cerebro 3s, trying to boost all the 3 power units, possibly. Let's go with that Electro now. Oh, we've got Titan as well. Okay, well, Titan's actually a bit awkward. Not that bad for us, because we can always put units in Plunder Castle with Nimrod and stuff. In fact, it probably is even better for us. Now we know the opponent cannot play cards in Plunder Castle because of Titan. So I like to see that. So we do now have to think about whether we play the Destroyer or the Nimrod. I think Nimrod is just the very obvious play here, really, isn't it? Get that powerful card going. Oh, armor comes down. That actually counters my Nimrod pretty hard. Not going to get any value there, which is a bit sad. We're still going to be able to play a thick Destroyer, but without Doctor Doom, I don't have a way to get units in the Plunder Castle, so that's a bit awkward. I could also Odin here, but that doesn't really seem worth it. Perhaps Sandman is an okay option here, just to force them to be on the same Electro game plan as us. I don't know. I think I like Destroyer just to maybe over in the right, just to win the right location, most likely. It might be the case that we need to win both right and the left. And I'm drawing Chavez at the end here, so Chavez left is about the best I can do here, I think. Yeah, the Titan really is screwing me over a bit here. And the opponent playing armor is pretty strong. I think I have to just get out of here. I mean, obviously I can play Chavez, but the chance that we're winning this, I think, is very slim with an onslaught on the board as well. Let's go for a retreat. Right, here we go into the next one. Vormir going to be the first location. Interesting. I don't think I want to play in there with my Iceman. I will play it mid. Can always go armor in there, which might be worth doing. Okay, we're up against Thanos here. Thanos. Vormir, if we can kill our Electro with that, it's very epic. It would be very nice. So let's play armor in the mid. Probably they're going to Reality Stone Vormir, I would imagine. No, they're actually playing in there. Okay. Well, getting to play my Electro and Vormir is a very nice thing indeed. Maybe even snap worthy, but you know, against Thanos, oh, weird world, bro. Are you serious? That probably is a snap for me, I would say. Yep, we even get a turn 5 play from them. Hopefully the Thanos will be forced into a retreat here. Vision's interesting. I've not seen a lot of it in Thanos. It's a recent inclusion, I guess, maybe. For the Lockjaw to pull out, I mean, it's potentially quite good. Drawing from my deck, they're going to have a lot of my top heavy cards. That's for sure. At the end of the game, we'll still draw... Well, I don't know what we'll draw, actually. We'll probably draw a Chavez from their deck. If I had to guess, that'll be our final thing that we get. Professor X is interesting. Don't think I want to play it. I think just Vision is the way into the armor and maybe go for Destroyer. I mean, we've got very powerful plays here. That's for sure. I can even Arnim Zola my Vision, maybe. I don't know if that'll be good. But okay. Just a Sunspot. That's really good for me, I think, because it allows me to quite easily win this location while being very flexible with where I put my other cards. Question is, where am I going? What am I doing? Space Stone's cool. I don't think I can go with the Professor X. I'm tempted to just play a Destroyer here. Probably in the middle. I think middle is something we can win, and if they're gonna kill the Nimrod with like actually they can't really kill Nimrod, can they? Yeah, I think just Destroyer here, maybe go for a Professor X to stop Shang-Chi at the end, or an Arnim Zola. Depends what happens, really. Just keep things simple for now. I mean, they have a fair amount of points and they've got a Sunspot on the board, so we're by no means out of the woods just yet. They're going to play Wave, so Doctor Doom not winning right now, really. I mean, I think my play is to move Vision to the left here, Chavez on the right, because my logic here is, if they play a Doctor Doom, we're winning. If they play a Shang, we're also winning. If they play a She-Hulk, She-Hulk's what can get me here, that's for sure. She-Hulk plus Shang, but it's quite a specific combination, and I don't think I can really beat that. You know, if I play Chavez mid, if I play Vision to mid and get Shang, it's all over anyway. I think this is my best odds of winning, so let's go with that. I'm going to play a Thanos in the mid, and that's not quite going to be enough. The Sunspot we do beat, and the Vision going left wins. Very nice, winning against Thanos. Bit thanks to Weird World, but alrighty. Here comes Bane playing his Thanos deck. See what we can do. Okay, Atalan's interesting. Got Wave, so just skip turn 2 is the obvious move. And then go with that Wave probably, although it's kind of fine for me, right? I'll probably play Wave over here in case we want to Arnim Zola mid. And then we can see, maybe, yeah, I mean, depends what we draw here really as to what we want to go for, right? Sandman's probably good. Doctor Doom's also good, though. Not that good because of the lab. I think Sandman's going to be better for us here, so I'll play it mid. Hopefully we can sort of log him up a bit, stop him playing too many stones with that Quinjet. Yeah, a little awkward not having Electro. We're now going to have to sort of rely on that Sunspot a bit, I think. Get us the value we need here. Maybe just play Electro next turn. I don't know, maybe Armor is better, really. Probably Armor, yeah. I could have gone Sandman left, Armor left, and then Destroyer. Might have been a better play, but I feel like Doctor Doom with Washington is just going to be really good, with a Sandman on the board as well. But honestly, probably a snap opportunity here, I would say. Okay, Destroyer being played now for them. Sandman on the board. So I think we've just got to go with like an Armor here, and then hope that Doctor Doom's enough. Oh, it's not that good. It's really not that good. The issue is I cannot get enough points in the mid with the Doom to overtake that Destroyer, so might just have to pray on Chavez being enough, honestly. Chavez right. Is that ever winning here? In all honesty, it might. I think I snap here and get a bluff snap through. It's probably what I do. They can only play one card, right? And my Chavez is pretty good. They've got to be afraid of Destroyer themselves here, I think. A lot of the time we get a bluff snap off here, which would be quite fun. That being said, we might just be winning with Chavez as well, right? I don't know. Bane might play it out. He's a friend of mine, so he might want to just see what I have. Looks like he's actually going to play it out. Nope. Okay, we got the bluff snap through. That's, you gotta think about those. Alright, not too bad. Just one cube. Alright, let's get one last game in. Thanos again. Play against a lot of Thanos today, it looks like. Sunspot middle. And armor it, I think. Ooh, maybe I will not armor it, actually. That's pretty good for me. I should probably snap on this. Now, we know we might want to Destroyer, but they might go Reality Stone here. But for now, I think I will just play Iceman and force them to sort of go for that Reality Stone. If they don't find it, then we're in good shape as well. They might choose to move something in and then we can counteract that with the armor. Seems to me like Wave is the play here. I can put Wave in the right. Problem is the Destroyer play is not that good, but I can copy my Wave. Maybe I just play her again, honestly, to stop them from getting Quinjet value. I could just play Wave into Wave into Wave, which is quite funny. I don't know if it's good. It's going to allow them to play big units, so it's probably not that good. I can go Odin on Wave. That's a play that definitely works. I might do that, to be fair. It's a lot better than playing just a Wave, right? Oh, the Murder World's a bit awkward. not to worry. Just Odin wave? Odin wave is a bit meh. Yeah, sure, let's Odin wave. We get the Iceman proc as well, which is quite cheeky if you brick them up a bit. They're going leech. Oh, that's so helpful. Thank you, Mr. Thanos. Thank you for your leech this fine day. Oh my god, that's so nice of me. Like, really. I can now go ahead and play Destroyer mid. Or I could play Sandman. I mean, Sandman's also pretty obnoxious. I'm just going to stop them playing their stones, right? They're literally going to be unable to play stones this game. So they're all Sandmaned up. Just a Thanos? Nah, that's not cutting it, mate. I have a big Destroyer to finish the game here. I don't see a way they win. We're ahead in all 3 lanes. I guess if they have Doctor Doom, but no one plays Doctor Doom in Thanos, right? Very nice. So in the end here, we ended up climbing quite a lot of cubes, but I don't think Electro is that good. You have to retreat quite a bit, I think. There are a lot of decks that can hurt you, and you have to be a little careful with the board space. But this, I think, is a decent way to play Nimrod. I think, yeah, not too shabby. Anyway, thanks a lot for watching, guys. Subscribe as always for more content, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.